for joining us. Live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr, Clark Hello, and Doris Burke. We've got Orlando and Memphis. Tip-off goes to Orlando. Now, here's Rubio. Now the starting group for Orlando. Ellis is out there with Ricky Rubio. Then it's Schrempf. Then it's Dawkins. And it's Rice in at the 3 slot. And Dawkins slams it in.
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
I'll tell you what, that is going to be an alley-oop you'll see on the highlight reel the next few days.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game. You know, getting the ball inside early.
Well, it worked to perfection there. I like the game plan. Get it inside, force the defense to react, and then play off your big men.
The assistant, Ricky Rubio.
Rubio against Wall. He feeds it to Meeks. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
You know, the height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be manhandled by the big boy.
Now, here's Rubio. Dawkins, a screen on Wall. The drive by Rubio. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
3 straight makes to start this game. Looking good.
And so here's Memphis. And Wall kicks to Meeks. Cousins with a screen on Ellis. Out to the right wing. Outside, Wall. Just 5 to shoot. Launches it. Schrempf with the rebound. And Davis can't get it to go. Misses from short range. Cousins. Shot is off. Good D by Rubio. Ellis dishes to Rubio. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Dawkins slams it in. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Outside, Wall. Here's Meeks. Davis sets a screen. Jumper off the screen. And Ellis with the block. And now Orlando on the break. Rice kicks to Rubio. Dawkins, a screen on Cousins. Down low. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
Well, that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
4 on the shot clock. Rubio the pass to Dawkins.
First miss of the game after 4 makes, so it's been a hot start.
Nice D from Cousins. Pass to Wall. Dishes it to Meeks. Davis with a screen on Ellis. Here's Mashburn. And again, Memphis no good.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Kicks it to Wall. Cousins inside, and he's covered by Dawkins. Some changes for Memphis. Nerlens Noel comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And Tayshaun Prince subbed in for Anthony Davis. Meeks dishes the wall. Memphis moving that ball around. And that's how you exploit a gas in the Diaz.
Yes, sir. No soft finish there. Major power.
Wow. He knows an opportunity for the highlight reel when he sees one.
Dawkins a screen on Wall. And it's Rubio penetrating.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the rim. They can earn it at the line.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Orlando.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And the other thing we're seeing is great ball movement. We're seeing a lot of good offensive execution, ball movement, player movement, setting up assists.
Noel sets a screen for Bledsoe. Back to Rondo. To the paint. Ball's knocked loose. And that one's good. Noel. Orlando leading. Rubio outside. They set the screen. Dawkins against Rondo. Rubio outside. A second chance effort. Here's Dawkins, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Now Rondo. To the left wing. Ellis against Bledsoe. To the inside. There's Noel. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Noel's got his second bucket.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, getting the ball into the post should be their first option every time down. Force the defense to adapt and adjust.
Now, here is Shrimp. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Here's Rondo. Bledsoe is screen on Rubio. Rondo kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Passes to Bledsoe. 6 to shoot. Feeds it to Noel. And the wide open shot from Bledsoe. And it's Rice with the rebound.
They've been getting out-muscled on the boards before coming up with that one.
Not playing tough enough. The physicality just hasn't been there yet.
Rubio against Rondo. And it's Rubio penetrating. Here's Rice. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Orlando out in front, up 5. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. The second quarter beginning in just a moment. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
Just the start they wanted to this game. Solid offense. They got good ball movement. They established a nice rhythm.
Yeah, not stagnant at all. Free-flowing and fluid at the offensive end.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Memphis, we've got Nazir Muhammad, Jody Meeks out there with Wall. Then there's Terrence Jones.
Tell you what, he can be really frustrating as a shooter. All you can do is grimace because he just can't find the range.
Rubio with it. He's picked up by Wall. Another shot and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. For Orlando, they get the miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. Both free throws good from Rubio. Memphis trails by 7. Outside, Wall. Meeks. And that comes off. The assist by John Wall. Wall's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Orlando now. Rubio outside. And there's the pass to Shrimp. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
For 3.
Schrempf's got 6 points.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality. If the shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
Now here's Jones, looking for his first basket still in this one. He dishes it to Meeks. Shot is off. And Orlando the other way now.
Oh, they're now +5 in the rebound category, really controlling the glass.
And rebounding is one of those non-glamorous stats. I mean, it takes work and effort and tenacity and physicality. But when you look at the scoreboard, you can see the correlation.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Well, he's got to get everybody on the same page. I mean, that's the reason for this timeout. And if that happens, I think they can improve and start playing better.
You know, it's a coach's job to always try to be 2 or 3 steps ahead of the opponent and to look for that extra edge if you can. And I think he feels like he might have seen that.
Davis is checked in for Nazi Muhammad.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. You get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Here's Rice. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rice has got himself on the board with 3 there. And Wall kicks to Meeks. Jones trying to get open. Meeks can't hit.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Rubio outside. Kicks it out to Ellis. The feed now to Rice. The 9-foot shot. Tries again. Dawkins the pass to Rice. Now the dish to Rubio. Dawkins a screen on Wall. The drive by Rubio. And a wide open look here for Ellis. And again it's Orlando with the 3.
For 3.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play. They're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Now here's Wall. Jones up top. Davis against Schrempf. Meeks outside, and he gets the bucket. Meeks got 5 points in the quarter.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
Here is Rubio. He's got 8. Soft touch off the glass. Rubio's got 10 points in the game.
Boy, after struggling in the first quarter, he's come alive here in the second.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And here's Wall. Davis with a screen on Ellis. Here's Meeks, and it's blocked.
It's been a great day for them on the boards, Clark. That's definitely been a major factor in building this big lead.
And you know, from a number standpoint, the advantage might not be that large, but they have been manhandling them inside.
Now, here's Rubio. He's got 10. And Dawkins slams it in.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Here's Meeks. Davis sets a screen. Over to the wing. Here's Mashburn. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Orlando leading by 15. 1:25 left to play here in the half. For Orlando, they have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Shooting 100% in the quarter. They've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
Well, it's a nice job of really making the most of their opportunities.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Here's Pat. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Just 3 to shoot. Such a wide open look. Davis has got himself on the board with 3 there.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from 3-point range.
But the defense isn't making them earn it. I mean, those shots have just come on easy open looks.
Now here's Cousins, and he gets the bucket.
Look at the size discrepancy there between the defender and the shooter.
Well, those are warm-up jumpers. When there's not a hand in his face, he'll knock those down all day.
Here's Pat. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Davis has the open look, and it's Orlando with another.
And assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now here's Bledsoe. He hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure will change.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Here's Pat. 15 seconds left to play in the first half. Wright with a screen on Rondo. Kicks it out to Kerr. They get it back. Outside, Davis. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside? Wow.
That is a real nice-looking deep three ball there, fellas.
Boy, shooting the ball with major confidence.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Orlando out in front, just dominating this one. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Pack is out there with Kerr. Then there's Davis. Then it's Brandon Wright. And it's Copeland in at the 4. Now here's Cousins. And Wright pulls it down.
Boy, they've really dominated on the glass, and of course they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, Steve, you know rebounding always one of the key barometers in determining the victor.
Here's Wall. In low to Davis. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Davis has got the first field goal of the second half for Memphis. Here's Pat. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Up off the screen. Oh!
Look out!
Wow! Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I
Oh,
don't
come
remember
on.
ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw it.
Oh, man, that was just amazing.
For Memphis, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. Good on the second free throw. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here's the screen. Pass to Kerr. Lets it go with a 3. No good. And Memphis the other way now. Outside, Wall. And Davis with the basket on the assist by Wall. Wall's got 5 assists in the game. Here's Pat. He kicks it to Copeland. Here's Kerr for 3. And the shot is good.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Two minutes into the second half of play now. Here's Mashburn. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2. For Memphis, they have made 2 of the previous 3 free throws in today's game. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
You know, the NBA continues to get better at analyzing data and charting game results. It shouldn't surprise you that players shoot better off the catch than they do off the dribble. It's a big reason passing and ball movement tends to be more effective than one-on-one isolation play.
Now here's Wall.
And they've made 3 of their first 4 shots here to start this half.
Memphis shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
John Wall.
And that one falls for John Wall. Orlando leading by 16. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Pass to Copeland. The three. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
Yep, that's twice in a row now where they've done exactly the opposite and backed off.
Now here's Cousins. He has 5. Cousins with a screen for Wall. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Wall's got 7 points in the game.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Copeland.
Moves back up. Kicks it out to Kerr. Hack. And a strong finish with 2 hands. He is capable, Clark, of some incredible athleticism.
And we just got a chance to see it on full display right there.
Well, you got to love a point guard who can finish like a power forward.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Davis sets a screen. And he gets the bucket. Davis has got 6 in the quarter.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys. Here's
Pack. Right with a screen on Wall. Pack passes to Copeland. Misses the 3. Memphis trails by 17. There's 1:47 left to play here in the third. Here's Mashburn. The shot is off, and Orlando will come the other way. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Here's Pack. Right with a screen on Davis. Pack passes to Copeland. 5 on the clock. Another miss by Orlando.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
Now here's Wall. 7 points in the game. The second effort. And Davis can't get it to go. Orlando leading by 17. Davis, the pass to Pack. Right with a screen on Wall. Dishes to Copeland. Bangs home the trifecta. Copeland's got 6 points.
This is incredible. It's been a 3-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
Here's Cousins. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You can hear the impact from where I am.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second half, despite trailing in this game.
Well, you know, that's when you need to be most aggressive when you're down. Another good job of drawing contact and getting to the line.
Here's Pat. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam. It's not possible what we just... Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner.
It's possible. Not probable. It is possible. I don't know what all that meant, but you're right, Clark.
For Orlando, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6. Nerlens Noel checks in for Memphis. We've got 28 seconds left in the third. Rondo kicks to Bledsoe. Noel sets a screen for Bledsoe. He feeds it to Noel. And again, Memphis no good.
Yeah, no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
This has been a one-sided game in just about every area. The lead continues to grow.
Absolutely. Their offense and their D have been equal parts outstanding.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Orlando out in front, running away with it. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, we might as well call it the State Farm play of the game. This was just a marvelous piece of coordination between two teammates, completely in sync on the alley-oop.
We've got Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Noel is out there with Muhammad. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Knight in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And those are not the kind of three-point opportunities you can give to shooters in the NBA. These guys are just too good.
You're exactly right. It'll burn you every time, just like it's burning them here.
Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
Here's Pat. Dawkins a screen on Rondo. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and Dawkins slams it in.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous, stupendous alley-oop.
This crowd just stunned at the sight of that one.
Outside Rondo. Knight on the wing. He's guarded by Ellis. Rondo drives in. 6 on the shot clock. 13 feet away, and he hits the jump shot.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks his spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on it.
Dawkins a screen on Rondo. Kicks it out to Ellis. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, you got to get some bodies out there defensively, though. I mean, things are way too easy out beyond the three-point arc.
Knight on the wing. To the inside. And Noel gets it to go on the assist by Knight. 6 points for Nerlens Noel.
Now, you can always depend on him to put the pass right on the money.
Here's Pat. They set the screen. Kicks it to Shrimp. Three-pointer. Passes it to Pat. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Back to Shrimp. Here's Dawkins. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
The offensive rebound gave him another crack at it, and he cashed in.
I did it with strength on the putback jam, Clark, with strength.
Love it.
Gritty.
And that one's good.
That time the defenders were a little lazy getting to him.
Orlando dictating the flow. Here's Pat. Dawkins a screen on Rondo. Pack passes to Shrimp. Knocks down the 3 ball.
You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin and Steve. I mean, everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
Well, it makes it so much tougher to defend, too, when you have to account for all 5 offensive players, and the ball just moves so quickly. Tough to defend that. Wow, this 4th quarter has just been tremendous for them from deep.
Yeah, they're locked in and putting up a ton of points from outside.
Noel sets a screen for Rondo. In the corner, it's Kidd-Gilchrist. Noel trying to break loose. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Oh, the rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
Dawkins a screen on Rondo. Out to Shrimp. Lots of room. And Orlando again with the bucket.
They've stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Now they're feeling confident, and they're in a good flow offensively, so why not just keep firing from out there?
And Kidd-Gilchrist kicks to Knight. Kidd-Gilchrist dishes to Knight. Clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
I think we can all agree that the NBA has become a bit of a nicer, friendlier league over the past few decades. Less animosity with players and less brutal rivalries, but there is still a level of trash talking going on, and I think at times it's a factor in games.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Terrence Jones is checked in for Noel. Prince comes in for Kid Gilchrist. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
And guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch in a true show of strength for Orlando.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight, Clark, they had both.
They sure did. I mean, the ball was moving and guys were knocking down shots.
Well, with what you guys are talking about, there are some known trash talkers in the NBA, like Kevin Garnett, but overall it does seem to have come down a little bit in recent times.
Well, a lot of that is because the league has cracked down on trash talking. The officials are much more likely to call it quick technical. So I think players have adapted and just gone about playing their game and not doing as much talking as in the past.
First team foul.
Jones against Schrempf. Jones, the pass tonight.
Looked to me like that pass was going to get through, and then bang, he was going the other way with it. And that puts a cherry on top, so to speak, of what's been a phenomenal showing for them.
All over but the whining now, Steve.
Bledsoe outside. Feeds tonight. Shoots. Here's Prince. Rubio with the rebound. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, he got whacked.
Taking 2 shots.
No free throws. Good from Rubio. Here's Knight. Offline. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Daryl Dawkins.